Hi everyone, it's Heidi Scott with DIY Hope that all my Facebook friends are having a great day and all my YouTube friends are having a great day as well. So on this video tutorial, I'm going to show you 3 different wreaths that you can make with clothesline rope, and one of them is with Dollar Tree rope. And they're really cute. We're gonna jazz them up, and I'm gonna show you the actual steps. So it should be a good video, and I hope that it will inspire you to do some of these things because they're super easy and super affordable. And they all start with an embroidery hoop that you can pick these up everywhere. So let's just jump right in. Yesterday, I showed you guys, my desk here is a disaster because I have so much going on. Yesterday, I showed you guys this, what was I calling it? It's just a little sit-about that you would put, you know, on a table or something in a little vignette. I showed you how I did that with 6 pieces of the clothesline rope, and I also showed you this keychain that we made, and I showed you how to make clothesline rope flowers. Did we make this one? I think this is the one that we made. I can't remember whether it was this one or this one. Anyways, super duper easy, and I gave you a little sneak peek at this wreath that I have been working on, and everybody said, please show us that. So of course I couldn't just show you one thing, I had to show you. I've been working this morning to get 2 others all ready to go that are different that you're gonna love too. So let me put my little camera down, and this, okay, so this project is sort of hard to explain because like I always tell you guys, I am a jack of all trades, but a master of none. So I'm not, you know, a big macrameer. I don't really know the vocabulary. I just know the gist of how to do it. So this, this technique I'm going to show you is, I think it's called a Scandinavian knot, and you can Google that if you want. It's super easy. It's just a little time consuming. So before I came live, I did all this, and I'm gonna show you how to finish it off, and then we're gonna do a little braiding thing at the end to get it all set up. I'm gonna show you how I finished off the ends of, oh, I didn't finish these off yet. Well, we'll do that. And then I'm gonna show you this braided, single braided wreath, and then I'm gonna show you this one that I made out of Dollar Tree rope, and we'll jazz all those up. Okay, so the technique for this is, let me think, is really pretty simple. You're just going to take, you need 2 pieces, and I think these were for this little of a wreath, which is, it's 10 inches, I believe. It took like 6 feet, 2 pieces. So it takes a lot of the clothesline rope. So I just cut 2 pieces, and what you're gonna do is you're going to take your clothesline rope over the, over into the center, and then you're gonna pull it and bring the tail underneath that loop. And then pull it tight. Let me make sure I have this going the right direction. A few times I've done it backwards because I mean it is a little confusing to remember. Okay, so we're gonna take our tail, we're gonna go into the center and around the embroidery hoop, and then we'll pull the tail through this loop right here. And then we just pull it in. Okay, so can you see what that looks like? We're gonna do it again. We're gonna go through the center and bring our tail through this loop. I mean, is this simple or what? Okay, let's do it 2 more times. We're gonna go through the center, and then we'll bring the tail through the loop. And what we're basically creating is this look on the outside. I'm not super worried about getting all of these really close to each other because the hoop underneath is sort of a light brown. So I think it's gonna look great. Diana says, oh my goodness, I think I can do this. Yes, you definitely can. And the other two wreaths that we're gonna make, you can do those too. Those are even simpler. There's absolutely nothing to remember for those. I mean, I'm almost embarrassed to show them to you, but we'll jazz them up with some doodads and they'll be super cute. Okay, so let's do this one more time. Over the, into the embroidery hoop, around, and then you pull your loops through pull your tails through the loop. Let's do it one more time. Over, then pull your tails through the loops. Okay, and yesterday I showed you guys these little clips that I had been using from Dollar Tree. They come 4 for $1. These are so handy for any of these rope projects. I've been using them like crazy. Okay, so now I have this basically finished, and how to end this. That's the question. And what I figured out is that I think it's called a, oh gosh, if you are a macrame person and you remember what this is called, please tell me and I'll be paying attention to the comments. But basically you're gonna take we have 4 pieces now, and you're gonna take the outside piece, go over the top of it, then you'll take, let me think about this. Okay, and then you'll take the other side and you're gonna go underneath and through this loop and then pull it tight. And then we'll do it again. Let's see. We'll do it with this one. So we started on the left, we're gonna do the right. Usually I'm not at a loss for words because I know the vocabulary for a lot of crafts, but not so much this one. Okay, so I'm just doing that 2 times and we'll end up with this. Oh, and you guys, you're gonna occasionally have spots where the inside pokes out. So just cut those off and try to ignore it. This, this clothesline drop cloth, let me see if I can find the, oh, here's what it looks like. It comes on a bolt like this from Walmart, and this is what it looks like. It's like $6 and it's not super high quality. So occasionally there'll be spots where the weave is loose or something, and that inside stuff starts to poke out. So just don't even worry about it. Okay, so now we're gonna just add some little doodads to the bottom, and I'm gonna show you a trick that I learned yesterday. You guys are so good to me to share, especially those of you that know more what you're doing than I do. I'm gonna take a paper plate, and this is that Fabri-Fix glue that I love so much from Walmart. No, from Hobby Lobby. Sorry, you might be able to get it other places. I got this Fabri-Fix in the sewing area by that liquid hemming stuff, but I've been told by others that they have a larger bottle of this back in the crafts department at Hobby Lobby where like the Mod Podge is. So I'm just gonna squirt a blob on here that we'll use. Okay, we'll see if that's enough. Can you guys see okay? I think you can. Okay, so what the little trick that you guys told me was to pull this inside stuff out and push the outside sleeve down and then cut it off. And then you pull your sleeve back up and voila! You don't have that poking out anymore. Let's do all of these. I'm like, that is brilliant. Why did I not think of that? I'm busy trying to cut them off short and fit them in. Okay, so let's get this one out too. And then we'll do this one. This is really short. Guess I didn't plan well when I was cutting my clothesline rope, sorry. Okay, so then we're just gonna pull these guys out And I'm going to clip off all this mess at the ends. And I'm going to get out a handy dandy antibacterial wipe, or you know, if it's convenient for you to run in and wash your hands after you're done, but that doesn't really work while I'm in the middle of one of these Facebook or YouTube videos. Okay, so I'm going to just dip the ends of this into this Fabrifix, and then I will sort of squeeze them. This is so I can get beads on it. But you could leave it just like this if you weren't planning to try to get beads onto this. And I'm literally just sort of rolling it. This glue makes the rope be sort of stiff, which makes it easier for you to get a bead on it. And it doesn't take very long to dry at all. I like this stuff. It is definitely very messy. Okay, let me clean off my fingers and we'll go on to the next step. You cannot see. Oh, darn. Why can you not see? It's called a square knot. Thank you. Yes, that's what the word I was looking for. Move the camera. You guys, I do appreciate how patient you are with me. I feel like maybe it's doing a craft, describing it, keeping everything moving, and figuring out where to put my camera and the lighting and everything. It's hard. So I really appreciate the grace that you guys give me. I'm not always going to get it right, but I am going to always do my best. And so I'm sorry if you couldn't see there for a few minutes. It is definitely more important that you see my hands than my face. Okay, so we want to put something right here. And there's so many options. And I'm going to just show you some, and then I'm going to show you what I'm deciding. Oh, look at this glue. This Fabrifix glue. It's just going to drive me crazy. It feels like having, I don't know, a plastic glove on the end of your thumb. Okay, so there's a couple of things that we could do with this, just using some unfinished wood pieces. I unfortunately think the scale on all of these is wrong, but I just wanted to show it to you. So we could stain or paint and stencil or decorate something like this. I believe this came from Walmart. Or we could do a word. Like, I think that would be cuter if we were gonna do something. It says hope. Or we could do something like a cross, and I don't know how we would position it. Probably I would do it sort of off to the side. Can you guys see that? Or we could do one of these kind of shapes. I can't remember where I got these. Whenever I see these little wood things that are like $1 or $2, I always pick some up because I know I'll use them. So we could do that, but again, I think it's too big. And this cross also is too big. So instead, what I thought we would do is we would use one of the flowers that we made yesterday. We're gonna make 2 more to go with it. Okay. So, okay. So this is the one that we made yesterday. I remember that because I put some of this Dollar Tree cookie sheet on the back, and the other one has a magnet. Okay, and what is, in case you are not a regular at DIY Dreaming, let me show you what a cookie sheet is. It is basically one of these. They come from the Dollar Tree, but you can get them everywhere else. The thing at the Dollar Tree is that you get 2 of them for $1, so they're an awesome deal. But they're just real thin tin. And then I don't have the punch out that I used on this right now. I have another punch out, but they're just these Hobby Lobby punches, and they go through this stuff great. So let's go ahead and punch one more of these little flowers, just so I can show you. So you're just gonna kind of try to have it be flat, and put your punch into it. What's going on here? Okay. There's something bent in here that's really bugging my punch. Okay. So you just slide your punch in. Okay, there we go. And push down. And boom. This is a little flower petal shape that I love, and we may use that. Okay, so we have this one already, which I think we'll put it right here. And then we'll put a few little beads on these when they're dry. These little kind of wood bead type things, like on this. When I was looking at this earlier, I was thinking that if I'm going to use this, that I need 2 smaller pieces to go with it. So before we came live, I made this one. This is just another piece of that tin. It's a piece, same punch of vintage dictionary pages, and then it's the same clothesline rope that I just twirled around it. And we're going to do another one. I'm going to show you how to do this. This is almost the same thing as when you're doing a rolled drop cloth rosette. You start with a knot, or I mean, you could do it with a ribbon, whatever, or fabric. It's the same process. So I was thinking that that could go somewhere right here, and then we would make another one. And I was kind of thinking that we would use a heart. And I started to get ready for this, and then I've scooched everything off of my desk here. I don't know, we'll make this, and then you guys can tell me if you think this is good or not. And stay with me, because we still have 2 more wreaths to go. This is the most complicated one. The other 2 are super, super simple, but you guys, they're darling. Okay, so before we came live, I punched out this little heart shape using a heart punch that I have from Hobby Lobby, just like this one. And I also cut a piece of vintage dictionary paper that I thought we would just hot glue in the center. I have too many things on my desk. Okay, and I'm using my Sure Bonder Cool Shot from Hobby Lobby. I don't make anything on these. I just like to suggest it to people because I hate to hear about people getting hot glue burns. This is a low temperature glue gun, and it also seems to be a little bit lower temperature than a regular low temperature glue gun. And it was about $10, and I used my 40% off coupon. So if you find yourself getting burned all the time and you have a Hobby Lobby, look for Sure Bonder and grab one for yourself. Okay, I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue here in the center, and we'll stick our little page on here. Okay, and then where is I have some more of this rope. I have too many things out, like I said before. Oh, here, no, that's part of something. Let me find it. Okay, well, here's some we can use. Okay, and you guys, I'm gonna get a different chair because I'm so sick of the noise that this one makes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna do that technique that somebody told me, which if it was you, tell me in the comments, or if you're watching this on YouTube, let me know over there too. So I'm just gonna pull this excess out, the inside part, and then we'll pull this back. And what that allows you to do is to make a knot at the end of your piece of clothesline rope. And we always start this sort of rolled flower with a knot, okay? Wow, this is a long piece. I have made all these crafts with one thing of the clothesline rope. Okay, I'm gonna just put a little blob here in the center. This is how we always start this. If you're wondering, what am I talking about? If you look through my videos here on Facebook or my videos over at YouTube, you'll see that I love to make flowers, and I have about 10 different videos doing different style flowers with different things, from paper to book pages, to sheet music, to jelly roll fabric, to ribbon, drop cloth, burlap, all kinds, clothesline rope. Okay, so we have our center in there, and I'm just gonna put a little bead of glue right around the knot. And we're not gonna make this roll very big because it won't make sense inside of this. See what we have? We'll just go around, maybe this time might be all that we do for this one. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, and when I want to stop right here, because when I was working on this before, on this other one, where did it go? This one, I realized that it would be so much easier to cut this off and pull that little piece out than try to do it when it was already glued down. So let's cut this off, and we're going to try to get a hold of this inside stuff and pull the outside sleeve down as far as we can. Can you see what I'm doing? And then we'll cut that off. This stuff just wiggles around. Oh, come on. Okay, and then we'll pull our sleeve back out, and then we're gonna just glue that down. I vacuumed this morning, but it looks like I didn't even do a thing. So I hope you guys are liking the variety of crafts that I'm doing. I'm really trying to not have every project be, you know, a sheet music project or a tassel project or a stencil project. I'm trying to really mix things up because I don't want you guys to get bored of me. Okay, and then we can just bend it a little bit. So let's assemble. Get rid of some of this stuff. Let's assemble this wreath here. And in case you weren't on yet, you can go back and watch the replay where I showed you how to do this style of a knot around this wreath, which I believe it's a 10-inch embroidery hook. I think it was the inside piece of this. I have a lot of embroidery hoops, embroidery hoop, not hook. So go back and watch the beginning because that's where I showed how to do this. And then we did a square knot right here. All right. And we're going to put our flowers, I'm going to glue the flowers on right now. And then we will do the little doodads at the bottom. So what I like about this project is that you really, if you don't like the look of this, you could do this same project using yarn or like nautical rope, whatever style you like. You can totally use the same technique to create something. And then we'll put this little guy, let me flatten down one side of him, and we'll crinkle up the others. This is one of the nice things about working with these Dollar Tree cookie sheets is that you can give your project some movement. See the back how I've crinkled it up? Where did I say I was flattening? Right there. Because I want to sort of stick it under this. And then we'll crinkle it up some more. I'm just going to put a good amount glue on here. We'll crinkle it up. Okay. What do you guys think? Is it cute so far? I promise the other two wreaths that we're going to do are much simpler, and they'll take a fifth amount of time that it has taken for this. But this is a pretty cute project. I hope you guys like it. Okay, and then we're just going to take our little heart. I'm going to flatten out one part of it. I'm going to glue it right here. So, guess how many days I have until my son's wedding? Does anyone know? 7. It's next Friday. And we're getting into the crunch time. So I don't know how present I'll be for the next, I'm gonna try to be as present as possible, but you know, I also have a bazillion things to get done. Anyways, isn't that cute? Okay, now let's add a couple of doodads on the bottom of the string. And this one I think is so short actually that I may just tuck it back in and cut it off. It won't show underneath here. Or maybe I'll glue it back here. This is my kind of crafting. I just make things work somehow. When it's a mistake or whatever, I just figure out another way. I need to remember not to turn that over because then I'm crunching my flowers. Okay, so we'll add just some beads on the bottom of this. And these were just the natural colored ones right here. Can you see that? These came from Hobby Lobby. They were in that wood section. And they were that brand that Hobby Lobby carries of all their wood stuff. I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, I'm gonna just do plainish because this has got a lot going on. So we'll put the bead on. And what I like about these beads, you guys, where are you? Oops, what's happened? Did I flip my camera around by accident? So, yeah, I did. So you were looking at my ceiling. See, I am so not a pro at this. The crafting part I can do, the technology part is hard. Okay, so what I like about these is that they have a big hole. So they're pretty easy to thread. And I'm just gonna put this little bead on here and pull a knot. And we'll let that, and we're gonna do these all different lengths. You guys, this is so cute. Oh my gosh. If I don't say so myself, I had no idea. You especially love the heart flower. Isn't that cute? I've never done that before. I don't know why I thought of it. Except I'm always trying to just do something just a little bit different. Where is my other piece? Right here. This is so cute. If you guys end up doing a project like this, I would really love to see pictures of it. And if you're not already part of that Facebook group that I have called Dreamy DIY, you should hop over there and ask to join and then share pictures if you make something like this. Look at this. I'll scoot back. And then I'll turn my camera up. Is this cute or what? We could make it into a necklace. No, that would look silly. Oh my gosh, I love how it turned out. So this was made just with clothesline rope from Walmart. And this lace here is that lace that I love from Walmart. The silver cookie sheets were from Dollar Tree. The little beads down here were from Hobby Lobby. My glue gun and this glue were from Hobby Lobby too. Okay, so, and then the buttons I had, they're vintage buttons. Cute, 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 cute. I love it. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so I had one piece of this Dollar Tree rope that looks like this. You get it at Dollar Tree in the floral section. I haven't seen it in a while. I know they still have it because I see crafts that people are doing and they're talking about it. But it's just this twisted kind of fat rope that's really soft. Okay, now get ready for the complicated part. I twisted it all the way around this little embroidery hoop. And then I just pulled the two pieces together and I took a piece of string, or it's like white, I think this is white crochet thread. And I tied a knot around them. I'm going to do one more. And then we'll cut it off. It's going to be covered up. Okay, then I was thinking, where is it? I was thinking that we could do this cute idea. Yesterday, we used these, this stencil from Magnolia Design Company. I didn't drop a pin, I'm sorry. It's magnoliadiy.com. if you want to look at it, or if somebody else could post that. It's magnoliadiy.com, no space in there. And then you just go to stencils. If you just go to Magnolia Design Company or something, then I don't get credit for it, which is fine, but that's how I support all these crafts and my Facebook and YouTube pages. So I would love it if you used mine, which is magnoliadiy.com. Anyways, we used this family, it's called a subway tile. It wasn't yesterday, it was 2 days ago. Let me show you some examples. We made these little houses. If you didn't catch this, they were super cute. We just used various words off of them. And then we made them like go from one piece to another. So there was a bunch more that I did. And you can look at those if you just scroll back in my videos. Anyways, so this is a super versatile thing. I've also done book spines with the words on here. But what I did before I came live, so you wouldn't have to watch all that, is I just took another little piece of unfinished wood like this. I sprayed it with some clear coat matte sealer from Walmart. And then I stenciled the word home right here with this dark gray chalk paste from Magnolia Design Company, magnoliadiy.com, okay? And I thought that it would be really fun. Oh, and I cut off the end of one of these, so I wanted to show you how to do that. It's super hard. You basically just, boom, it's off. And these will naturally unravel. In fact, let's do that right now. Let me put this down again. This, if you ever see this rope at Dollar Tree, grab like 4 or 5 packages of it. Isn't that cute? Okay, we're gonna have this be the front. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put this piece of wood right here. Can you guys see it? Let me turn it around. And I made a small little flower using that Dollar Tree tin, this punch from Hobby Lobby, and one of my vintage buttons. These are bone, not human bone, obviously, but some kind of animal bone. I just love the color of them. So I made this quite a bit smaller than other ones that I've done, because so that the scale would be right. And I thought we'd just sort of glue it right here off to the side. So let's do that. Trying to think, how do I want to glue this on? I wish I would have, I'm always, when I do these crafts, I learn as much from the things I wish I would have done different as the things that are winners. I wish I would have put my stencil on here a little bit further over to the side, because then I could just plop this on here and it would be great. So, since I didn't do that, let's glue this down and we'll put the other side on there, and then I will come back and stencil it later. So just imagine this right here with a fun little word in a really neutral color. Can you guys see that right here? And this little doodad off to the side. I don't know, maybe, I think these are too big. So I like that. Okay, so I will get that all finished up and glued up and I will show you pictures. But this was basically just Dollar Tree rope from the floral section, and I wound it around. I think this was either a 7 or a 10. I think this was a 7-inch embroidery hoop. Super easy. Okay. Now the last one is the easiest one by far, way by far. Yesterday I showed you how to make this garland, is what I called it, with the little beads and tassels at the end. And this was 6 pieces of the clothesline rope that we just held 2 together at a time and we braided it. Just like any other braiding, but it's thicker, all right? So with what I had left, because I wanted to make one more thing, because I'm an overachiever. I can't stand to just do one thing at a time. And also maybe I have a little ADD. I don't know. Let's see if we can screw this shut a little better. I did a single braid, and I think this was 5 feet long. All right. And on this end of it, I just tied it in a knot over itself. I did that same technique with the Fabri-Fix glue on the ends of these, and I pulled the inside out and cut it off. And then I put beads on them, and I tied little knots. So that's what that end looks like. And now I'm going to show you, we're going to do this one. I already tied it so it wouldn't unravel. And this one has longer things, so we're going to cut some of those off. Well, this one I've already done. Ooh, and I've already done that one too, so we won't. So what I would do is and I'll do this off camera, is I would just pull all of this out of this one that's left. Pull this back up. I'm going to trim off all this mess here. And I will do that glue technique, and I will put beads on well, let's put beads on 2 of these, the ones that are ready to go. And I'm just going to use a neutral and a white. Okay. And with this bead, the hole is pretty big, so don't pull your knot super tight or your bead may fall off. And sometimes, you guys, you'll get a bead that has a little bit of the paint inside of it that's almost blocking the way for you to be able to thread something onto it. And when that's the case, I'll just stick my scissors into it and twirl it around, and it seems to make it better. All right. Somebody was asking me yesterday if I ever paint beads, and I said, yeah, I tried it once and it was such a pain. I will never do it again. I just use what I have on hand. And when I see beads like from Hobby Lobby or a garland or something that's out of season, like I bought this black and white one last year after Halloween was over for like $3, I'll pick something up like that and cut it apart and just use. Because seriously, painting beads it's a hassle. Okay, so we're gonna get to the fun part. I'm gonna quit messing around with this. Okay, so basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this be the end, and we'll cover it up. So we have to figure out where is the center, and when we bring it around, you know, we may not be able to plan where it ends. I'm just gonna start with the center right here, okay? And all I did was just a single braid, super easy. So we're gonna use our hot glue gun. Lost the center of my thing again, which I suppose it really doesn't matter where you even start, but I'm gonna show you how we're gonna finish it off. And because this embroidery hoop is made out of wood, that's why I didn't feel like I necessarily had to do multiple, like a super wide braid. I could do something, can you guys see? I could do just a single braid here. I'm just pushing it kind of flat onto here, you see? I'll keep going a little ways with this, and then I probably don't need to use quite as much glue, but oh well, it'll dry clear. Okay, let's start on this side. So if you're just hopping on now, you really should go back to the very beginning of this video and watch it on replay, because I've just showed 3 different wreaths that are made with rope. And they're all different. They're all super simple. They all involve an embroidery hoop. And they're all pretty neutral too. I don't know if that would describe your style. You could do it with a different kind of thing, like crochet thread or a colored rope if you wanted. Okay, and let's see where we're going to end up. Because when we end up at the end, we're basically going to just let the tail hang long. And then we're going to put something on it. So let me get this finished up. I had no idea this was going to be such a long craft project. I guess doing 3 of them is what? If you're watching this on Facebook and you like this project and you think that some of your crafty friends would like it too, feel free by all means to sprinkle if you would like. And if you're watching it on YouTube, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, and you can see all of the videos pretty much. I'm still working on it, but I'm getting everything from Facebook over there, and I've done like 400 videos since I've been a creator, and I'm getting everything loaded over there because I think it's easier for people to find what they want over there. Okay, we're almost there. And I'm going to let one of these sides be longer. And I think probably what I will do is I'm going to take my last little piece of this string and I'm going to tie it around where it crisscrosses, just so it doesn't, the weight of it doesn't pull it off. And then we'll hide that knot. So can you guys see what I'm doing? I'm just putting a little knot on here. And that way it's not going to accidentally pull itself off or get knocked. And you're not going to really notice that. So with this one, really you could do it whatever direction you want, but I think I'm going to just do up and down. So I was thinking that we would again use more of these flowers, and let's make another one using, let's see, what do we want to use? I mean, they don't have to all be this look, but let me just show you, just for time purposes, what it would look like, and then I will finish this up after I'm not on camera and I'll share pictures. What do you guys think? That's pretty cute for just being a simple, which way am I going? A simple braid. Do you guys like that one? Some of my tassels, ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, so as soon as I'm gonna hop off camera now and I will finish this up, and then I always share pictures of the completed projects here in the comments, and then later in the day I'll post them as a separate post at Facebook, so on my DIY Dreaming page. So if you haven't already liked and followed DIY Dreaming, that's my page, you should do that. You can turn your notifications on too, so that you get a notice when I'm about to go live. And then if you want to see a ton more crafts by some of the most creative people on the face of the planet, hop over to Dreamy DIY. That is just in your Facebook search bar, just type in Dreamy, D-R-E-A-M-Y, and then there's a space, DIY. and it'll pull you up to that page and you can ask to join, and then just click on the photos button and just start browsing. There's like a ton of amazing crafts over there. What else? Anything else? Feel free to sprinkle. Let me know if you have questions. If you wanted that stencil, that family tile stencil or the chalk paste, you can find that at magnoliadiy.com. All smushed together, magnoliadiy.com. Anyways, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. Look for these completed project pics, and I will see you later. Bye.